Terrestrial dinosaurs. Acrocanthosaurus. Giant and deadly. This fierce predator grew up to 12 meters and weighed around 7 tons. Albertosaurus. Fast and fierce. Measuring 9 meters in length, it tipped the scales at 2 tons. Allosaurus. Savage hunter. It could reach 12 meters long and weigh nearly 2 tons. Amargasaurus. Spine herbivore. This unique plant eater stretched 9 meters and weighed approximately 2.5 tons. Ankylosaurus. Armored defender. Its body spanned 8 meters and carried a weight of 6 tons. Apatosaurus. Massive grazer. This enormous herbivore stretched over 22 meters and weighed nearly 20 tons. Archaeornithomimus. Fast runner. A swift omnivore. It measured about 3.5 meters and weighed just 45 kilograms. Baryonyx. Clawed fisher. Known for its powerful claws, it reached 9.5 meters and weighed 1.7 tons. Brachiosaurus. High-browsing giant. Towering at 25 meters tall, this gentle herbivore weighed up to 40 tons. Carnotaurus. Giant tooth hunter. This fearsome carnivore reached 13 meters in length and weighed around 7 tons. Carnotaurus. Horned predator. This land carnivore measured 8 meters long and weighed 1.5 tons. Ceratosaurus. Horned hunter. This agile carnivore grew up to 6 meters and weighed close to 1 ton. Chasmosaurus. Frilled herbivore. A plant-eating dinosaur measuring 5 meters long and weighing roughly 2 tons. Chunkingosaurus. Spike defender. Compact but well-armored. It reached 4 meters and weighed 400 kilograms. Coelophysis. Swift predator. This lightweight carnivore measured about 3 meters and weighed only 20 kilograms. Compsognathus. Tiny hunter. One of the smallest carnivores. It reached 1.2 meters and weighed just 3 kilograms. Corythosaurus. Crested herbivore. This distinctive dinosaur stretched up to 9 meters and weighed nearly 4 tons. Crichtonsaurus. Armored herbivore. With its tough exterior, it grew to 4 meters and weighed around 400 kilograms. Cryolophosaurus. Frozen crest hunter. This polar predator measured 7 meters long and weighed approximately 500 kilograms. Deinonychus. Terrible claw. This agile predator grew to 3 meters and weighed around 70 kilograms. Dilophosaurus. Double-crested hunter. Known for its twin crests, it reached 6 meters and weighed 400 kilograms. Diplodocus. Whip-tailed giant. This colossal herbivore measured up to 27 meters and weighed 15 tons. Dreadnoughtus. Titanic herbivore. One of the heaviest dinosaurs ever, it stretched 26 meters and weighed 60 tons. Dryosaurus. Speedy grazer. A fast-moving plant eater, it measured 4 meters and weighed about 80 kilograms. Edmontosaurus. Duck-billed grazer. This large herbivore reached 12 meters long and tipped the scales at 4 tons. Euoplocephalus. Shielded tank. This heavily armored herbivore stretched 6 meters and weighed about 2.5 tons. Gallimimus. Ostrich mimic. A swift omnivore. It reached 6 meters in length and weighed 440 kilograms. Giganotosaurus. Southern giant. One of the largest carnivores. It measured 13 meters and weighed up to 8 tons. Gigant Spinosaurus, shoulder-spiked herbivore. This unique dinosaur grew to 4 meters and weighed around 700 kilograms. Herrerasaurus, early predator. Among the first hunters, it grew to 4 meters and weighed 250 kilograms. Homolocephale, flat-headed herbivore. This land herbivore measured 2.5 meters long and weighed around 45 kilograms. Huayangosaurus, early plated herbivore. An ancient relative of Stegosaurus, it reached 4 meters and 500 kilograms. Iguanodon, thumb-spiked grazer. This iconic herbivore stretched 10 meters and weighed approximately 3.5 tons. Kentrosaurus, spike defender. With plates and tail spikes, it grew to 4.5 meters and 1 ton. Maiasaura, carrying hadrosaur. This land herbivore measured 9 meters long and weighed 3 tons. Majungasaurus, cannibal hunter. A terrifying predator of 7 meters long and 1 ton in weight. Mamenchisaurus, towering, long-necked herbivore. Renowned for its enormous neck, this gentle giant reached 22 meters and weighed 15 tons. Megalosaurus, historic predator. One of the first named dinosaurs, it measured 9 meters and weighed 1 ton. Metriacanthosaurus, medium-spine hunter. This agile carnivore reached 8 meters in length and weighed around 1 ton. Minmi, armored low browser. This herbivore measured 3 meters long and weighed around 300 kilograms. Monolophosaurus, crested hunter. Identified by a single crest, it grew to 5.5 meters and weighed 500 kilograms. Mataburosaurus, nasal-crested grazer. This plant eater reached 7 meters in length and weighed approximately 2.5 tons. Nasutoceratops, bull-horned herbivore. With prominent horns, it measured 4.5 meters and weighed about 1.5 tons. Nigersaurus, vacuum-mouth grazer. Known for its wide muzzle, it stretched 9 meters and weighed up to 4 tons. Nodosaurus, armored pioneer. An early armored dinosaur, it reached 6 meters and weighed 3 tons. Olorotitan, crested giant. This graceful herbivore grew to 12 meters and weighed around 4 tons. Oranosaurus, sail-backed grazer. Recognized by its sail-like spine, it measured 7 meters and weighed 2.5 tons. Pachycephalosaurus, dome-headed brawler. With its thick skull, it stood 4.5 meters long and weighed 450 kilograms. Pachyrhinosaurus, boss-face herbivore. This hornless ceratopsian reached 6 meters and weighed nearly 4 tons. Parasaurolophus, trumpet-crested grazer. Famous for its long crest, this herbivore reached 10 meters and weighed 3.5 tons. Pentaceratops, 5-horned giant. With an impressive skull, it grew to 8 meters and weighed about 5.5 tons. Polacanthus, spiked armor tank, a low-slung herbivore. It measured 5 meters long and weighed 2 tons. Proceratosaurus, crested early tyrant. One of the earliest tyrannosaurs, it reached 3 meters and weighed 40 kilograms. Giganotosaurus, Long-snouted tyrant, nicknamed Pinocchio Rex, it measured 9 meters and weighed around 1.5 tons. Sauropelta, shield-backed herbivore. This armored dinosaur stretched 6 meters and weighed approximately 2 tons. Spinosaurus, Asian frilled herbivore. With a unique horn frill, it measured 6 meters and weighed about 2 tons. Spinosaurus, sail-backed river hunter. This semi-aquatic predator reached 15 meters and weighed roughly 7 tons. Stegosaurus, plated back giant. With 2 rows of plates, it grew to 9 meters and weighed around 3 tons. Struthiomimus, ostrich, mimic, sprinter. A fast omnivore, it measured 4 meters and weighed close to 150 kilograms. Stygimoloch, horned domehead. A small but fierce herbivore, it reached 3 meters and weighed 450 kilograms. Styracosaurus, spiked frill defender. Known for its dramatic horned frill, it measured 5.5 meters and weighed 3 tons. Sachomimus, croco-jawed predator. This fish-eating hunter stretched 11 meters long and weighed about 4 tons. Torosaurus, massive frilled giant. An enormous ceratopsian, it grew to 8 meters and tipped the scales at 6 tons. Triceratops, 3-horned titan. One of the most iconic dinosaurs, it measured 9 meters and weighed 10 tons. Troodon, clever-eyed hunter. A sharp-minded omnivore that reached 2.5 meters and weighed around 50 kilograms. Spinosaurus, unicorn crested grazer. Recognized for its unique horn, it stretched 9 meters and weighed 3 tons. Tyrannosaurus Rex, king of the dinosaurs. This legendary predator grew to 12.5 meters and weighed an estimated 9 tons. Velociraptor, desert hunter. Despite its size just 2 meters long, it was swift and deadly at 15 kilograms. Werehousaurus, armored low browser. This squat herbivore spanned 7 meters and carried 3 tons of weight. Marine reptiles. Attenborosaurus, long-necked sea hunter. This marine reptile measured 7 meters long and weighed 1 ton. Elasmosaurus, long-necked marine glider. This marine reptile measured 14 meters long and weighed 3.5 tons. Ichthyosaurus, fish-like marine predator. This marine reptile measured 3 meters long and weighed 150 kilograms. Carnotaurus, titanic marine predator. This marine reptile measured 10 meters long and weighed 8 tons. Leoplerodon, sea apex predator. This marine reptile measured 7 meters long and weighed 1.5 tons. Mosasaurus, oceanic apex predator. This marine reptile measured 17 meters long and weighed 15 tons. Plesiosaurus, long-necked sea glider. This marine reptile measured 4.5 meters long and weighed 150 kilograms. Tylosaurus, swift oceanic predator. This marine reptile measured 13 meters long and weighed 10 tons. Flying reptiles. Ceratops, toothed sky glider. This flying carnivore had a 5.5 meter wingspan and weighed 15 kilograms. Dimorphodon, big-headed flyer. This flying carnivore had a 1.5 meter wingspan and weighed 2 kilograms. Geosternbergia, crested sky ruler. This flying carnivore had a 7 meter wingspan and weighed 20 kilograms. Marodactylus, toothed coastal glider. This flying carnivore had a 4 meter wingspan and weighed 10 kilograms. Pteranodon, glider of the ancient skies. This flying carnivore had a 7 meter wingspan and weighed 20 kilograms. Tapejara, crested sky wanderer. This flying omnivore had a 4 meter wingspan and weighed 8 kilograms. Tropionathus, toothed titan of the skies. This flying carnivore had an 8 meter wingspan and weighed 30 kilograms.